Hello, everybody. Slothalopolis with the Average Gamer Guys, coming to do another Cheap Gamer Guys section. Our monthly game for gold for the month of June is Watchdogs. We are getting more and more AAA titles, and that is super duper exciting. This is actually my first time playing Watchdogs. I did not buy it at launch, but I always knew of it, and I knew of some of the surrounding controversy that came from it. Of course, it was manufactured, developed by Ubisoft, and they are always good for a certain level of controversy here or there, and especially here recently. So the game came under some fire when it was announced at the E3 at the time, and showed very wonderful graphics and had a lot of people intrigued. And then the game came out and they did side by side comparisons for the graphics that were shown at E3, and they said this is in game, this is what the game will look like, and then we know better. As gamers, I feel like at this point we should at least know better than that. And of course, things were very different. Lighting was kind of subpar compared to what we saw at E3 in this or that. But it still was a decently well received game, and we've actually seen a sequel to it come out, and this is the kind of game that I'm hoping that we can see more and more from the games with gold. Is not necessarily lower quality launches and lower quality titles, but instead maybe games that are just a little bit older that were pretty well received, and I think we've seen that here recently with Evolve and now Watch Dogs, and some of the things we have in store for this upcoming year. I think we're going to continue to see that, and I'm excited for that because that just makes all of this that much more viable and that much more fun, because they're going to be games that have a lot more effort put into their manufacturing, in a general sense. I'll say that generally, than some of the kind of indie games and stuff, which are fun in their own right. But basically, the premise of this game, I won't dwell too much on all that other stuff. But the premise of this game is you are a hacker extraordinaire, and it's going to end up having some kind of elements of like a GTA 5, any of the GTA series with the moving around, the driving, and the open world environment. But your phone is your weapon. For a lot of things, you hack into any and everything that has an electric signal. Basically, you as you walk around, you're seeing information from other people's phones. You're seeing their personal information, their secrets. All of this stuff is being conveyed to you, and the whole idea is to know everything about everyone and be able to take control of anything you choose. It's a neat idea. Obviously, it's going to be a little far fetched, with the marketing that kind of went into this game. There was some, well, we can do this. We can look at your social media accounts and tell all the stuff about you. It's far fetched, to be honest. It's you kind of have to suspend a little bit of belief. So when I'm hacking things like a camera, I hack the camera, and then if that camera can see another camera, then I can hack that second camera just because I have a line of sight to it, which doesn't make any sense. Why do I need a line of sight just to hack it? That it just I don't get it. That and I'm just walking by someone, and just my presence lets me hack into them, and I can tell that they're a blood donor just by looking at them. Things like that. It's You have to suspend a little bit of disbelief there and just kind of buy in. But if you do that, I think you're a lot better served, because you end up feeling really cool to do a lot of this stuff, to just hack into things. And there's a good stealth element to a lot of stuff, sneaking around. And at one point you cut the power, and which kind of is a double-edged sword because then you can't hack anything. But you're sneaking around, you're going behind people, you're creating diversions with certain things, and I think all of that is really neat. The story, it's a decent one. I won't spoil a whole lot. I'll kind of keep that out. But it's very heavily story based, and you're kind of a man on a mission. You're Batman for revenge, to do all that stuff. But it's pretty enjoyable to play, especially if you enjoy, like I said, the GTA series. I think you're going to enjoy Watch Dogs. The driving sequences really do remind me of the Rockstar games, uh, but it's fun. I'm the kind of guy that's gonna drive around. and try and not let my car get damaged at all. And that's what I'm going to be going for. And this it's really neat. It's fun. You can actually, while you're driving, you can hack into streetlights, stoplights, I should say, and you hack into these stoplights, and then they turn all four directions to green. So if the cops are chasing you, you go ahead and hack that street light right as you're going through it, and then everybody else gets caught up in the ensuing collisions that happen and things like that. So it's really interesting to kind of see, compare and contrast, like driving experiences and things like that of a game like Grand Theft Auto and Watch Dogs. They're really fun. I actually learned the hard way not to hack everything. Hacking everything's not always the best situation. I got my car all the way back to my hideout after a long drive, and it was almost perfect condition. I think I touched one thing the whole time, and then what happens? I hack a transformer on the way in because I was like, oh, I can hack something, and I blew my car up. And I was so mad. And then I'm walking up the stairs, and there's a little like electrical panel in the wall, and I'm like, oh, I can hack that, and I hacked it, and it blew up, and I killed a civilian on accident. So there's some embarrassing things that'll happen if you do try to hack everything, but that's part of the fun, is experiencing all that. What happens if I do hack this? Because the whole premise is to just be able to hack any and everything you want. Take the city for your own, and it becomes yours. So that part's kind of cool. This game is the second half of June, so it is out now for the games with gold, and we're probably going to see it for the next 30 days or so. So you have plenty of time to do it. I always mention in these, people probably know by now, but just in case you don't, if you do not have the hard drive space, or for whatever reason, if you don't have the capability to download it at this time, you can initiate the download on the Games for Gold screen, and then once the game begins to download, just hit start on it and cancel that download. The store will then show from that point on that you own that game, and you can go back and re-download it at any time. So even if you're not wild about the game, you don't know what to think, go ahead and just start the download. It'll kind of trick the system into thinking you actually bought it after Games with Gold ends. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this kind of mini review. I don't want to get it too in depth with things and uh, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that stuff. But I just kind of want to outline the stuff and show you some gameplay, see if it's what you want to do, and let you know that it is an option to be downloaded. So I really do appreciate it. My name is Slothalopolis. I am with the Average Gamer Guys. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff if you so choose, and I will see you next time.